Hello, Tim from Fair Play Now on the 31st of August 2021, and I'm in a different vehicle here today. This is actually my wife Lorraine's car. I'm just getting it back from service and MOT annual inspection, and always a scary time of year, but luckily it doesn't sound like it's too bad this year price wise. And unlike last year where it was really bad, but fortunately not quite as bad this year. Probably part of the reason for that is I'm not actually going to the main dealer anymore. I've just come to a nice little independent garage over the way there, and it's really good. It's walking distance from where we live, so it's dead easy. You can just sort of drop the car in the morning, walk back, and then do a day's work, and then do it the other way around at the end of the day here. So I've done it for that reason. Also the reason of being a lot less expensive, but probably most importantly is I'm really getting fed up with dealing with kind of these big international businesses, and I really want to try and get away from them as much as possible and get back to supporting sort of little local independent businesses, whether it's your kind of independent local garage for your car, sort of your more sort of local independent food suppliers and grocery suppliers, etc., rather than your sort of big chains. And just as much as you possibly can, or I possibly can, I'd like to just get back to supporting the local community and local businesses. So I've done my part here today because it's a win-win. You know, local people around you win with your business, you win because it's normally a fair bit cheaper. Well, maybe not so much in terms of food and groceries, but certainly as far as this kind of thing is concerned, cars and that, it's normally way cheaper. But it also makes you feel good that you've supported your local community, really. So just a few thoughts on that. I'm just going to go back to the video, well, what I was talking about in my earlier video today, this BBC kind of article on YouTube. I actually kind of spent quite a bit more time looking at that. I just had a quick look this morning, but at lunchtime I had a more of a in-depth look into that. I kind of, luckily it's only 4 minutes long, but I did watch the BBC article just to have a laugh, really, and to see what kind of nonsense that they were coming up with on that. And also very telling were all the comments below the video as well. I mean, just every single comment pretty much was having a go at the BBC's position and what they were saying. Just very anti-narrative, very anti BBC, really. So that was well worth looking at. But the stuff they were talking about in this BBC article was just pure nonsense, pure propaganda. And like I said in my earlier video, they are being forced to talk about certain events which are starting to happen regarding a certain popular treatment, and how adverse things can be on that. And they're having to spin these new narratives to try and counter that and still get people to go and get the things. And I just couldn't believe what they were saying. That they were saying, and I suppose essentially the argument they were coming out with is, yeah, the treatments might cause a certain thing. You know what the main symptom of the treatments are. They sound a little bit like, well, they sound like lot, but they've got the third letter of the alphabet in front of that, and so you've got to add that on. And it's basically a blockage inside the various vessels inside your body, but I'll call them blockages for now on. So they were saying that these blockages are a symptom of the lurgy. And what? When did that start happening? When did blockages become a symptom of the lurgy? Well, let me guess, shall we? Let's have a guess. Would it possibly be just a few weeks after they found it was a symptom of the treatment? So they then said, "Oh no, it's a symptom of the lurgy. Yeah, we just discovered this is a symptom of it as well, and it's not just the sort of FLU type symptoms. Yeah, you can get these blockages as well." And then they were basically saying how if you sort of don't have the treatment, you're much more likely to get the blockages than you are if you don't have the treatment. And it's just unbelievable, but that is the way they're spinning the propaganda now. And of course, there's probably plenty of people up and down the country believing it, because after all, it's the BBC and they're so trustworthy, aren't they? But what I'll do is, and it kind of goes against the grain a little bit, to link to a BBC kind of video in my videos in the comment section and the description box below. But I'll just do it just so you can have a laugh, really, and just see what their latest nonsense is, and you can just have a quick sort of go through the actual video itself just to check up on what they're doing and saying. But then I much more recommend you look at all the comments, well, not all of them, but just have a flick through the comments underneath the video, and then you'll just see lots and lots of people, presumably people who normally watch the BBC stuff quite a lot, so not someone like me or maybe you who almost never watches it. So probably more mainstream people, and even their comments are very, very derogatory, shall we say. But I'll leave you to look at that, and you can have a little bit of a chuckle at the comments, a little bit of a kind of shaking your head in disbelief, and a bit of a laugh maybe as well at the actual article as well. And I'll leave it there. Tim from Fair Play Now, thanks for watching.